Josh, wake up.
Oh,
What's wrong?
I don't know. I was just so hungry, and I got these fries and this Pepsi.
What? Why are you eating this? This is bad. This is really bad for you.
I was
And
just
you're
so
eating
hungry.
chips and
Just,
soda.
I was just so hungry, and I just wanted something quick.
This is really bad for you. Actually, you know what? Let's go see Professor X. I know that he's teaching a class on nutrition, and he's really good. Professor X, I need your help.
What seems to be the problem?
What happened? I thought you had a class today.
Well, I did, but morale on campus has been at an all-time low. Everybody just seems to be so sluggish. But there's a famous fitness group on campus today. They're doing a live podcast, so everyone's over there instead of here. Would you like to go?
Yeah, sure. Wait, what about Josh? Josh, come on.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Super High Health with your boy D Wrights, sponsored by Wayne Industries. We're here today with my dear friend Professor X, and he brought a couple of his students here today. As you guys know, this is our live podcast. We're here on campus of FIU, and we're here today to talk a little bit about healthy eating and how millennials can lead healthier lives. Because heard your friend here, Josh, Caroline. Actually, introduce yourself, guys. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Caroline.
I am Josh.
All right, guys. So, Caroline, I heard you brought Josh here today because he's been taking on some very unhealthy eating habits. Josh, why don't you tell me a little bit about what you eat, how you go about eating throughout the day?
I eat McDonald's every morning.
Every morning, son?
Yes, every morning. Bagel, egg and cheese. Eat Burger King for lunch, fries, burgers. And then for dinner, I eat Wendy's,
Wendy?
Oh, man.
You're killing yourself.
Yeah. All right, Josh. So, from the looks of it, your diet sounds a little expensive, first of all,
Yeah.
and very
You got all that money.
fattening.
Spend it on junk food.
I actually found him at the pond the other day. He was like dying.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he like
sure he
felt,
was-
yeah, he wasn't even, couldn't talk, couldn't do anything. Just sleepy.
Yeah.
No matter
Food
who.
coma.
So out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So, I mean, Professor X, why do you think, especially in young adults who have such a lack of a healthy food culture?
Well, I've studied this for a long time. And I just think, it's just the millennial culture. It's easy. Everything is easy for them. Everything is instant gratification, So basically, I've been trying for my past years at the university to basically just inform my students on the habits and on the beneficial, long-term beneficial of eating healthy, because you don't want to be 30 and, sluggish and can't get out of bed, because back in the day, when our parents ate, this food, this chicken and stuff, they didn't have all this extra,
All the hormones.
all the hormones.
and-
Yeah. You ever seen a chicken now? It look like damn
Massive.
bodybuilders.
Steroids.
Yeah. So that's I just think they just lack of knowledge and a lack of patience. So we just need to explain to my students here, to the students beyond, how important it is to eat healthy.
Yeah, so for you guys at home, in case you just tuned in, today's topic is going to be healthy eating and millennials. So
Sponsored by Wayne Industries.
Sponsored by Wayne Industries again. So in case you guys did not know, in the United States alone, the obesity rate from 2011 to 2014 is 34%. It's the highest of all these major countries. In the UK, it was 24%. Korea and Japan, less than 5%. So
So you see the difference between both,
definitely.
like the countries over there.
So I'm gonna play a little devil's advocate today.
You got the
Why?
Apple phone.
Why should we care? Who cares about healthy eating? Josh, his diet's crappy, but he seems to be alive and well.
Yeah, he seems to be alive now.
So what's
Your dear
what's the
friend
point?
Caroline just said
Why
you're
should
in a
we
food
care?
coma in the middle of the day, outside. So, you know, I mean, okay, why you should care is because once you want a life that's happy, you know, freshful, energetic, you know, so that's why you should care, you know. And the thing is, you just have to put in an initiative, you know. to
And there's
wanna
also
eat
benefits that come with it, you know.
Caroline, why don't
Like
you tell
work-
us some of those benefits?
Well, with a healthy eating, you can become a better worker. So, for example, because you have more energy, you know, you have more livelihood because you're eating healthier. You're putting good food into your body. So that will help the productivity when you're out there in the workforce, like working for a company or something. You'll have more energy and you'll be working more and helping out the company or wherever you work.
society.
Yeah, society as a whole, and you'll live a much happier life.
All right, guys. So for the next couple minutes, we're going to be taking some phone calls. You know the number 1-800-WHAT-THE-HEALTH. Call in if you have any tips, any questions. The phone lines will be open for the next 5 to 10 minutes, and we'll be waiting. We have my input. We have Professor X. Even if you want to talk to the students, they're available for you. So we'll be here waiting.
Childhood obesity is like a number one problem in this country, and it's becoming a worldwide problem. So, when children are usually obese in childhood, they have a tendency to be obese adults. And what they're seeing now with children who are obese, that they are having certain medical complications like heart disease, diabetes, things that you never saw in children, but you used to see in an older population that are 40, 50, 60 years old. Now they're seeing those disease states in children. And so it does make their health issues more complicated when they are obese children. And there are things that they never saw before in children. They're saying that, for instance, there's a disease state they only saw in alcoholics. It was called fatty liver disease. And now they're seeing it in obese children who don't even drink alcohol. So there are a lot of issues, and really, if you ever have children, you really need to, make sure that they understand what proper nutrition is and to go out and exercise. Because, a lot of kids play in front of the computer a lot, and they don't get out, and they don't move around, and so it really is important to get exercise daily to burn up those calories. So there are three components to a healthy lifestyle. One is, of course, your eating. The second one is physical activity. So, a lot of now we've become more technology oriented, so we don't get out there and go to the gym or walk. People try to park close instead of walking places. And the third most important is getting enough sleep. There's been a lot of research done on how not enough sleep affects our health and our performance. So really, people should get at least 8 hours of sleep a night. So what happens at night when you're sleeping, your body rejuvenates itself because, you don't have, your body doesn't shut down when you're sleeping. It still is doing a lot of processing because you have a lot of chemical reactions going on in your body. So those are all working, but it's at rest. So they're kind of rejuvenating themselves. Your body's rejuvenating itself. In the 1970s, there was this whole big thing about meat. You shouldn't eat meat because you're going to get a heart attack. And that was because men were going out and eating a 12-ounce steak at lunch and a 12-ounce steak at supper time. So, there was this big movement towards chicken. Well, people wanted more chicken. chicken, more chicken. So what is the manufacturers had to produce more chicken and plumper chickens because everybody was buying chicken breast. So they had to make sure that the chickens were, they were getting a lot of chickens so that they would meet the demand for food. So a lot of this has come out because the public has demanded food. Now that we think hormones are bad and, giving antibiotics to animals are bad, we're saying, oh no, don't do this anymore. So I think a person needs to be aware of what's happening to their food for food safety.
Mm-hmm.
But, is one product better than another? That's hard to say. In class I teach that, the hormones usually have to leave the animal before they're slaughtered, but, one never knows. It's the kind of food that we want, Now, I say to my class, too, we never had apples all year round. Now, in the middle of the winter, we're getting apples. Where are they coming from? We got a global economy, and it's global world. So, before you only got apples in the fall, and you never had them the rest of the year. Same thing with strawberries, but people are demanding, and so when people demand something, then the food manufacturers are going to try to meet those demands.
That wraps it up for today. Professor X, do you have anything else you want to add? I really appreciate you bringing your students and spending your day here. Anything you want to add before we head out this
I would
week?
just like to add, thank you for letting me on your
Yeah, of course,
podcast. And
anytime.
thank you for being such great students and coming and cooperating. And, I hope this changes, how you feel about healthy eating. And that's
And
it.
how everyone else, who's
Now everyone
listening
else
in,
feels, yeah,
all millennials
listening
that
in,
are
yeah.
listening in, how important it is to eat healthy and to have a healthier lifestyle.
Amen.
Thank you guys for coming. Nice meeting you, Caroline.
Nice meeting you.
Josh, hope you feel better, man. Nice meeting you. That was What the Health, guys. We'll catch you next week.
Hey Josh,
How you doing?
how are you?
Good.
I'm good. Reading Apple.
Yeah, the podcast really changed my perspective, and I'm drinking a lot more water.
Wow, I'm so proud of you. Glad the podcast really helped